Didn't think I had to make another video today, but certain videos, certain comments, certain posts on Twitter sometimes just make you gather dots for another video online, and then you have certain videos to make them. Then you have these ideas that come inside your head that you can't get away from them. So let's just stress some drama. So, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is getting a remake on the Switch. Okay, perfect. But this is this game is a repeat. It's a repeat of what happened with Wind Waker, and this is a problem that plagues the gaming community hard these days. And it's not only this game. Look at Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Same thing with that game. It's something that's, I don't get it. Why is this a problem with games like these that always have these problems in the gaming community? So what I'm trying to say is there are people in the gaming community that feels that if certain games don't have this kind of art style that they desire, the developers are lazy. They don't take it from developers' approach and think that, hey, look, maybe they wanted this art style. This is what they envisioned when they created this game. Maybe they wanted to do this because this is their side perspective or something like that. So people are calling The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening art styles ugly. Looks like a Funko Pop figurines. It looks cartoony. It really looks like a freaking toy. They don't like the design and stuff like this, and I take issue with this. Same issues going with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. People don't like it because it looks like a mobile game, they say. And these are all issues that came back with The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker back in 2002. If you don't remember that, back then when people look at these tech demos and all this stuff, they thinking that, hey, all these games are gonna come out looking like this, and that's what we're getting, right? Somewhere down the line you might get that, but sometimes developers take different approach with games and they decide to do other stuff. Seriously, the point is, just because a developer doesn't do realistic games does not mean that they are being lazy. It's because the fact that they go with that type of art style, it's just that's how they envision their game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 looks amazing to me. It looks better than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It looks way better. Did you see? Look at that game. They tried to do a realistic thing, mismatch with a cartoony look to it. It looked fugly. Did you see Jump Force? Look at Jump Force. They tried to mismatch freaking realism with anime, and it turned out horrible. And I'm sorry, but sometimes certain games doesn't need realistic approaches. Sometimes a remake can be done in different styles of approach. It doesn't have to be full graphical makeover. Like, look at Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. People was furiated that game was like not big open world next generation. Let's like freaking Pokemon graphics. They was mad. Like, they said, oh, this game does not look like Ni no Kuni or Yokai Watch 4. So let's hate it because clearly Level 5 is doing a much better job than Pokemon Company ever does, because these games are looking much better. And this is not what it is, not Pokemon's fault. They're not being lazy. They're not being lazy. It's their choice and how they want to create these games. When they're ready to do that kind of style of game, they will do it. But when they do these kinds of games like the Link Awakening, I said that game looked adorable. It looks nice. I don't care about how the art style. I'm just looking for a fun, fantastic adventure with the art style. And I think that what Link Awakening is doing is fantastic. And for any other game going through this kind of problem where people think that because the graphics ain't that kind of style that the developers are being lazy, I don't think that is the case. They're not being lazy. The fact that they're doing a full-on remake and they're doing it in this kind of art style, this shows that they have more creativity in them. I think just doing just a generic, just graphical update to a game is just lazy myself. I think that's just generic. I think it's better when developers take a more creative approach with certain games. I think it's better when the graphics are more creative, developers are more creative. It's more better that way. I don't think they have to be just these amazing, realistic, or outstanding graphics every freaking time. They're not being lazy, people. They're just making video games. That's the thing. People keep forgetting we're playing video games. We're playing video games. Gotta remember that. We can't keep getting mad when a video game doesn't look like a video game. It's just, I just hate that because so many gamers have a problem with that, and it's brought on by games such as games that looks like Jump Force, games that look like Monster Hunter World, games that look like God of War, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption, Anthem, you name it. Games that look like that, they bring on the problem. They keep feeding these gamers those games. And then you got games that used to look good graphically and used to be creative, getting brought up with these realistic looking graphics, and then these developers and these gamers are not really. Then these gamers are really eating into the soft fed stuff. You know, I love the game. I love the game like Monster Hunter Stories, and I'll take that over Monster Hunter World any day. And then, wow, and I don't know what happened, but when you look at a game like Spider-Man versus a game like Dragon Quest, and how Spider-Man is so fared better than Dragon Quest, that should tell you where our gamer heads are being at. A graphical, intense game like Spider-Man sells better than like a less graphical, intense, but more creative on the graphics game with a more subtle art style, more anime-like art style game sells less than Spider-Man. Should tell you where the gamers at. They want more realism in their games these days, and that's a shame. Well, it's not a shame, but it's, how can I say, it's hurting us, the gamers who like these games, who gets creative at times. And games like A Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remake gets punished for looking like how it looks, and that's not fair. And so what I'm here to say is, it's okay that Link Awakening looks the way it does. It's cute, it's adorable, it's a video game. It's supposed to look like a video game. And that's the way that Nintendo envisioned it. That's the way I'm going to take it. It's not being lazy. It's creative. I like it. And I love it when video games get creative. And that kind of stuff, I don't care about what year it is. I don't care what generation it is. I don't care how much power a system is supposed to have. A game that takes a creative approach, I love it. So anyway, it's your boy Kahuna Silver. Sign out. Deuces.